Thanks for tuning in, folks. Coming up on the Epoch News, President Trump cuts off infrastructure talks with the Democrats and demands an end to the investigation. Hello and welcome, I'm Angela Anderson. Today's story is written by Ivan Pentchoukov. The President suspends talks on infrastructure with the Democrats on May 22nd until the Democrats terminate an onslaught of investigations targeting the White House. Trump made the announcement after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi accused him of engaging in a cover-up shortly before arriving at the White House with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to talk about a bipartisan effort to secure funding for infrastructure. Pelosi levied the cover-up accusation after meeting with House Democrats amid pressure to begin impeachment proceedings against the president. At a press conference in the White House on May 22nd, the president said,
"We're going to go down one track at a time."
The president described the two tracks as investigations and investment and called on Democrats to get these phony investigations over with. Pelosi, speaking to reporters after the special impeachment session, said,
"I believe that the President of the United States is engaged in a cover-up,"
referring to resistance from the White House to several Democratic-led inquiries in the House of Representatives. Trump points to the immense scale of the special counsel investigation led by Robert Mueller. The special counsel concludes there is no evidence to establish that Trump colluded with Russia. Mueller also decided against charging the president with obstruction of justice. Now, the day prior to the meeting with Pelosi and Schumer, Trump wrote the two Democrats a letter saying that any deal on infrastructure would have to wait until Congress moves to approve the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, the Trump administration's pact replacing the North America Free Trade Agreement. Trump wrote, "Before we get to infrastructure, it is my view that we should pass the important and popular USMCA deal. It will replace the job-killing NAFTA, one of the worst trade deals ever entered into by our nation." Trump didn't mention the USMCA during the Rose Garden announcement. The trade pact has to be ratified by Congress. In response to Trump's announcement, Pelosi likewise didn't mention the USMCA. Pelosi said at a press conference after Trump's announcement,
"For some reason, maybe it was lack of confidence on his part, that he really couldn't match the greatness of the challenge that we have. Wasn't really respectful of the reason of the Congress and the White House working together. He just took a pass."
Several House committees ramped up their inquiries into Trump after Mueller's report became public. Trump holds that the Democratic-led investigations are an attempt at a do-over of the two-year special counsel probe, after it found no evidence of wrongdoing by the president. The president's administration is actively resisting the inquiries, calling upon executive privilege to shield red actions in the Mueller report and telling former staff to defy testimony requests and fighting them in courts. The day before Trump cut off the infrastructure talks, former White House counsel Don McGahn defies a House Judiciary Committee subpoena seeking his testimony. Attorney General William Barr also snubbed a committee request to testify. The Democrats responded by voting to recommend that the full House hold Barr in contempt, and the Democrats are calling the stonewalling a cover-up. The president replies to that statement, "I don't do cover-ups," he said during the Rose Garden announcement.
"I don't do cover-ups."
As of May 22nd, House Democrats have initiated 10 separate inquiries into Trump, former White House staff, the president's business dealings, and his family and associates. On the same day, House Judiciary Committee Chairman Gerald Nadler issued subpoenas to Hope Hicks, the president's former advisor, and Annie Donaldson, a former White House deputy counsel. While Pelosi opposes impeachment, a small group of Democrats see stonewalling by the White House as a justification to begin impeachment proceedings. And according to The Hill, the list of Democrats openly calling for impeachment grew to 30 lawmakers on May 22nd. The president tweeted after Pelosi's response to his announcement, "So sad that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer will never be able to see or understand the great promise of our country." They can continue the witch hunt, which has already cost $40 million and been a tremendous waste of time and energy for everyone in America, or get back to work. But they really want a do-over. You can't investigate and legislate simultaneously. It just doesn't work that way, he added. Democratic leadership is tearing the United States apart, but I will continue to set records for the American people. And that's all for today's news story, folks. Make sure to give us a thumbs up and leave your thoughts below. And don't forget to follow along with us by hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for tuning into the Epoch News. I'm Angela Anderson.